What is At-Tariq? Well, the surah actually asks that same question. So let's get into the surah first. Before Allah asks you what Tariq is, He first takes an oath. And remember, we've heard about this a lot now. When Allah takes an oath by something in the Quran, it's getting your attention. And it's saying that something that's coming is very important. When you swear by something, I swear, I'm telling you, man, that means it's something very important. So Allah, when He takes an oath, it's something important coming. So He first says, was-sama, I swear by the sky. And again, the sky is an amazing creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? The sky is something, if you look at it, Allah says, Hal tara min futur? Do you see any cracks in the sky? Nothing, there's no pillars holding it up. Like, look at your roof on top of your head right now. So was-sama, Allah says, I'm taking an oath by the sky. Wat-Tariq. Wat-Tariq. What is Tariq? A star in the sky, in the night sky. So Allah says, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الطَّارِقُ? And what will make you know or understand what At-Tariq is? Allah says, النَّجْمُ الثَّاقِبُ. It's a brilliant, sparkling star. Now here's the thing. Why are stars there? Stars, they beautify the sky. If you look out at nighttime and your eyes aren't, you have to let your eyes adjust to the dark first. And if you get away from lights, so if you go out into the country or in the desert or somewhere where there's not a lot of light, and then you look up at the sky, subhanAllah, it's like it comes to life with all sorts of stars. So it's beautiful, it's decoration. Allah says He has beautified the sky with stars, but there's something else besides just beauty. Allah says, وَبِالنَّجْمِ هُمْ يَهْتَدُونَ, that with the stars, you can get guidance. So you can know which direction to go when you travel at night. You know, before there was GPS and Google with maps and everything, people had to know where to go. And if they're traveling at night, you could look at the North Star and say, this way is north. And you know. So Allah says the stars have different functions. So one of the functions is it helps us human beings travel at night, subhanAllah, get guidance. So Allah says, An-Najmu Thaqib, this bright, brilliant, sparkling star. Then Allah says, In kullu nafsin lamma alayha hafiz. Certainly, every person has a guardian over them. What does that mean? We've heard about different angels in this just so far. We heard about the angels who record the deeds, and the angels who have the Quran, who bring the revelation, and the angels who come down on the Day of Judgment. There's all sorts of different angels. Now Allah is saying, In kullu nafs lamma alayha hafiz. There is an angel over us, guarding and protecting. The deeds are being recorded, guarding the information. Allah is mentioning all different amazing creations. The stars and the sky, the angels. So Allah now wants us to be humble. So Allah reminds us, He says, فَلْيَنظُرِ الْإِنسَانُ مِمَّا خُلِقَ. So let people, human beings, observe. What have they been created from? What have you been created from? Allah says, خُلِقَ مِن مَّاءٍ دَافِقٍ يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب. Allah talks about what we're created from. We were just a small little creation in our mom's tummy. And subhanAllah, how Allah brought us out into being human beings. Think about it, subhanAllah. We were so small in the beginning. And then Allah gave us life. And we came out as little babies. So Allah says next, إِنَّهُ عَلَىٰ رَجْعِهِ لَقَادِرٌ. Indeed, certainly, no doubt, Allah is fully capable of bringing us back a second time. And when we're brought back, you know what happens? We get judged. So Allah then says, يَوْمَ تُبْلَى السَّرَائِرُ. On that day, things are getting serious now. Allah says on that day, all the secrets will be put to the test. What does that mean? You know, some people, they lead double lives. You know, when they're with their family, they behave really good and they act like they're a good Muslim and they're gonna pray and do everything right. But then when they go out with their friends and they go to the mall or they go out to the movies or they're at school, they're a very different person. But for the person whose secrets were bad, Allah says, فَمَا لَهُ مِن قُوَّةٍ وَلَا نَاصِرٍ. For that person, he's not going to have any strength nor anybody to help him. Because here's the thing, a lot of times people do bad that they think they have the power, the strength to hide that bad deed. Or if they can't hide it, they ask somebody for help. You know, somebody does something bad, they stole some money. So they say, hey, cover up my tracks, cover up my tracks. So somebody else goes and covers it up, so you get help. But Allah says on the Day of Judgment, if you did those bad things, you don't have power or anybody to help you. None of that on the Day of Judgment. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He wants us to believe. So He gives you another example. Allah says, وَالسَّمَاءِ ذَاتِ الرَّجْعِ, by the sky with its repeated cycles. Allah says, وَالْأَرْضِ ذَاتِ الصَّدْعِ, and the earth. Allah is taking an oath by it. The earth that cracks open. So you see this beautiful tree and the different colors. SubhanAllah, what happens? Seeds sprout from the ground. The plant, the tree, it splits the earth. So Allah says that the earth is cracking. The tree comes up, big plants and trees, and these make more seeds. And the seeds go back into the earth, and then again the rain comes down and the seeds come back out again. إِنَّهُ لَقَوْلٌ فَصْلٌ. The Quran is it's a very clear statement, a clear book that guides you between truth and falsehood. وَمَا هُوَ بِالْهَزْلِ. It's not for entertainment. The Quran is not just stories to hear about and lessons. No, it's serious, a serious warning. Allah wants you to prepare for that day. You will be brought back. Your secrets will be put to the test. They'll be exposed. You won't have any helpers. Allah says, إِنَّهُمْ يَكِيدُونَ كَيْدًا وَأَكِيدُ كَيْدًا. Allah says, indeed there are people who are planning a plan against you, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But Allah says, I am also planning a plan. And then He says, فَمَهِّلِ الْكَافِرِينَ أَمْهِلْهُمْ رُوَيْدًا. So, O Prophet ﷺ, allow time for them. Give them just a little while. I mean, it's a threat from Allah. There's something coming in the Day of Judgment. So, subhanAllah, what are the lessons we learned from Surah At-Tariq? Two main things I want to focus with you guys on. Number one, make your secret life better than your seen life.